Hello, welcome to Lavender Town VGC. I'm your host, Rye. Let's get right into today's episode. I figured for today we're going to do things a little bit different. If you guys noticed, there has been a ton of new content going up this week, and that is because I am reworking some teams. I'm building a couple of new teams. I'm getting all my battle teams ready. I breed and EV train all my Pokemon myself, so it takes a little bit of time. But here we go. We're going to go right into the new team I'm working on. This is my Kommo-o team. It's basically the same Parish Trap team I've been working with, but I switched out Porygon Z for Kommo-o and then just changed the support mons around a little bit. I'll just get into some battles. Usually, when I have a new idea for a team, I take it on the regular battle spot ladder and just kind of throw it against, whatever they got on there and see what sticks. I think it's a nice way to kind of, figure out how you want to run the team. So I just figured, for this one, kick it back, nice and relaxed, and we'll just go through a couple of games I had on Battle Spot earlier. So again, we got our Kommo-o set up against the Salamence. Now, I think this guy here maybe doesn't know his speed tiers. Maybe thought he could get his fake out off before I got my fake out off. Because every time I see a Salamence, I have to fake out the Salamence, and I gotta go right for that big fat new Z move. Speaking of which, for the Z move, I'll put in some other fun stuff because I'm pretty sure Nintendo's copyright nonsense will yank that shit pretty quick. But here we go.
How do you choose to die?
So we go for some very big damage there. I really wanted to show this battle off just so you guys could all see that right there. Now that is I don't know this guy's EV spreads, but that's a Mega Mence. They're pretty bulky. And I have 0 special attack investment on my Kommo-o. So that's just how powerful that Z move is. Liepard's not super bulky, but I couldn't believe it was such a... I completely blew this guy's lead away right off the bat. Now, again, we're looking at something that I should be very afraid of, which is a Ninetales. He's got 100% accurate Blizzards now. But I do outspeed. So we're going to shuffle things around a little bit. I had a feeling he might have a Z move, so figured why not protect just to scout it out since we did so much damage right off the bat. So what I really like about Kommo-o as a lead. Parish Trap is tricky, but if you can get the Mon advantage early on, you're pretty much good to go. So this Z move, I believe, does take out my Persian here. Persian's got bulk, but not that much bulk. But that's fine. It gives me a nice free switch in. And we're going to protect the Blizzard. So yeah, this is a regular battle spot. Doubles ladder, not the championship ladder. Just because I figured it's a weird kind of team. I wanted to bring it up against some more weird teams to kind of see how I would handle getting oddball shit kind of thrown at me. But these two guys right here are really the star of this team. Mega Gengar plus Kommo-o. They pair up very, very nicely. Mega Gengar with Sludge Bomb is taking out fairies left and right. And as you can see there, I do have Poison Jab on the Kommo-o. So once I get set up, a Poison Jab from Kommo-o should take out pretty much every fairy in the game, minus Finny. You can never really count against a Finny because they are very, very bulky. But yeah, see, and then again, once you get down to this point, where I've already taken out a sizable chunk of his mons, the real point here is set the Parish Song as a win condition. He can't win now at this point, and because of soundproof, Kommo-o is not affected by Parish Song. I haven't really used this Gengar and Kommo-o together as a lead that often, because it's a little bit harder to set up Kommo-o that way. But it is cool that I can set up a Parish Song without having to switch out Kommo-o. Alright, so that was game 1. It went pretty well, and I want to show you guys pretty much the nightmare for Kommo-o if you're planning on using a Kommo-o team. Okay, so really the whole point of this whole video series, honestly, I want to show you guys the teams I'm working on. So if you guys have some better ideas for mons to fill out this team a little bit better, maybe you have some EV spreads or I don't really know about that might be better on these mons, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm trying to build a really, really good sense of Parish Trap, so I'm trying out everything. So here we're going to fake out the Azumarill right off the bat. I know he's probably going for Belly Drum, so I'm going to try to just disrupt that as quickly as possible. He goes to the Air Slash, so we can assume that that's the, Paraflinch Togekiss, so he goes for the Follow Me, which is fine. We knew it was coming. What I like about having Alolan Persian out with Kommo-o is Parting Shot. Parting Shot is not on enough Pokemon. I think it's a great move. It works really good on fast Mons like Persian. But I like it because, see how easy I was able to switch in Mega Gengar here? Now, I specifically led with Kommo-o in this fight, just to try to see how well I could handle fairies. Because, let's be real, it's Kommo-o. The thing that he's really worried about is fairy attacks. We got super lucky on that play, and dodged a play rough. If he gets hit with anything with the word fairy in it, he's done. So, even if it's like a non-stab Dazzling Gleam from anyone is going to take out Kommo-o, even after the boost. So, you got to really work hard around the fairies when they do start coming out. So, again, this is a double fairy lead. The play really is to get set up as quick as possible without dying, hopefully. Get Gengar in, and then just poison attacks as much as possible. Which is what we do here. And we are able to take out the first two fairies in the road to getting through this battle. So he had an Oranguru in the back, which is a very cool mon. Very scary. Oranguru Trick Room is really tough to play around and get out of. And again, Mawile. Mawile's pretty scary too, so this is where it kind of comes down to mind games a little bit. But you'll see at this point in the game, because we have such a huge advantage, you always have this amazing win condition in Parish Trap, or Parish Song at least. He goes for a Sucker Punch there, maybe expecting maybe a Shadow Ball. I don't have Shadow Ball in the set. I have no room for it. I would love it, but I don't. I go with Sludge Bomb because, again, you got to really help out Kommo-o as much as possible. And Close Combat at +1 does alright, but we did get intimidated when he first came in. So, we're back to neutral. And, I mean, all our stat boots are pretty much, all our status things are pretty much all reset at this point. Now, playing under Trick Room can be tough for this team. It's easy to get blown back once Trick Room starts, and at this point, yeah, he quit. Because it was up, he knew there was only nowhere good for him to go from that one. And let me show you this team real quick. This was a cool match. The guy had a Porygon 2 and a Porygon Z, with Whimsicott and Landorus. Landorus is always tough if you're running a Mega Gengar team. I've had, my troubles against them. I think you have to kind of build... into your support mods, you have to build ways to deal with Landorus, basically. But let's go over how this one went. Again, Whimsicott is tough. One thing I really need to be careful for is Prankster users. Now, this Kommo-o's got a decent amount of bulk, so I was able to take that hit and fire back from Close Combat. I knew even unboosted Close Combat from a max attack Kommo-o would take out the PZ. So he goes down, which is good. In comes Landorus. So now I'm really I'm at -1. And I really want to get rid of this Whimsicott at this point. Because you just, you don't want to deal with it. We're going to see if we can maybe, hopefully, chip down these guys a little bit. Goes right for a U-turn. I actually like U-turn on Whimsicott. It's handy, and it kind of gets you out of situations pretty good a lot of the time. And he gets to bring in his Porygon 2. Which is fine by me. At this point, Kommo-o is kind of done what I need him to do. And again, here's the thing about Alolan Persian. I love being able to get that Parting Shot off, but for me, it is kind of tough giving up an Intimidate user with Fake Out. It's tricky. It's one of the things I'm trying to figure out how I want to do on this team. I like that we get rid of a Psychic resist, or we get rid of our Psychic weakness that we had by having a Dark user on the team. But it is tricky, so I gotta get myself back in so I can get another Fake Out going. Get a little crit there, but wasn't too big of a deal. At this point, I'm really just doing this for damage more than anything. Because, I'm pretty sure after this move, I'm going to go down. But, again, it's the whole thing. As long as, when Kommo-o is out in front and he's doing a ton of damage, he can really, swing fights pretty quick.
Night Fury! Get down!
Oh, look at that damage. Pretty good, actually. Considering, no special attack investment. pretty good. I run the naive nature Kommo-o. You're going to get killed by anything on the special defensive side anyway, so why worry about it? Might as well put those points into speed, and that way you don't take it away from your special attack. Now, Amoonguss works really well on this team for redirection, but I have been playing with some other mons in that slot. That's pretty much where I put like either like Clefairy or Togekiss, actually. I'd like Togekiss on this team. I played a couple of games with that. I might have a couple of videos saved out of that, so we'll check those out. But yeah, again, you can see with Parish Trap, it's all about really playing really defensive, making the switches when you making reads. It's a lot to do, but I really like it as a playstyle, especially with this like offensive subset of the team, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's just been fun. I'm really liking Kommo-o. He makes a good switch there, so we don't get our spore off. But at this point, we get Mega Gengar out. He's in a pretty good spot. So he sets up his Tailwind, which is fine. You know, that's what Whimsicott does. We kind of knew what was happening. But I'm comfortable now to set up my Parish Song and trap these guys in here. So once the Parish Song is up, this is where you really got to start paying attention to all your turns, where everything's going, when you're switching, when you're protecting. And unfortunately, we get froze. These things happen. It's not great, but they do happen. But I like seeing a Porygon 2 trapped with a Parish Song going. Porygon 2 is such a pain in the ass to deal with. So, I mean, if you get this going, I mean, he goes for the Worry Seed here, which is actually a pretty cool play. Because it gets rid of my Shadow Tag, so now we can make some switches. I don't know if he only has that for Parish Trap in particular, but it was cool to see him use it. Because again, now he can switch his Porygon 2 out. We'll see if that's the case. But these are my first couple of games with this team, and they all went pretty well. So he brings the Landorus back in. We're getting intimidated a bunch, but it don't matter. We're alright. Alright, so yeah, since he's back to his last couple mons, I can switch Gengar out, bring the frozen Amoonguss back in just to take some hits, and that Porygon will go down to Parish Song after this turn, I believe. And he can recover all he wants. That's a weird play in my book. I mean, you might as well go for damage at that point. Yeah, again, totally okay to let him, at this point, just keep going. I mean, you guys get the picture. The Porygon's going to die. Do the Parish Trap. Yeah, I mean, I've played quite a bit with this team, actually, this week. It's just tough. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed. Take a look at this squad downtown real quick. Take a look. Take a look over here. Now, you're going to notice there is a glaring weakness this team has. It's almost a little too obvious. This team cannot deal with a Scarf Lele. A Scarf Lele hits Mega Gengar for super effective. One hit KO. Cannot live a Psychic. There's no EV trade that'll help you live a Psychic there. Don't get started on Kommo-o. Every offensive move that a Scarf Lele carries is going to take out Kommo-o. Also, Amoonguss. And don't get me started on Persian. Persian dies to a Moonblast, can't use Fake Outs, so I wasn't ready for. Here, I'll try and find. I had a battle here. All right. So this guy is a very scary team. I don't know if you can tell. I like the way this guy thinks, but this is a scary team. I'm not just going to show you the games I win, because this is the whole point of testing out these teams. I'm trying to find the weaknesses. I'm trying to find the things that are going to completely fuck me up when I play it later on Battle Spot. So, let me just show you how bad things can go against a Tapu Lele. So, this is one of the reasons why I want to switch Amoonguss out for a different redirection user. I'm thinking about Clefairy. I think Clefairy probably works best. That helps me with my Fairy weakness and my Psychic weakness. So, I'm like, oh, I'll go for an ally switch. Maybe we'll get a little switchy and, you know, really trick them up. No. It's not what happened. That could not have gone worse. That's a dead Kommo-o. So, I think his plan was, alright, he probably assumed I would just protect. I didn't. So, the ally switches really fucked me up there. So, I want to bring in Politoed, but honestly, when your turn 1 goes that bad against a Lele, it's game over. We all know it's game over at that point. Trying to protect, trying to reposition, but, I mean, Tapu Lele is so scary. This strategy right here, there's something to this. I really like this a lot. Lele always, I think, will be a great pick if you want to, like, try out cool... Like, Drifblim Lele is one of my favorite leads in VGC, and Excelgor Lele kind of works exactly the same. That seed goes off, you can do a bunch of cool shit with them now that you're super, super fast. I'm going to try that out. I'm really liking that way the team is set up. But yeah, you can see how things are really starting to steamroll here. I'm like, oh, Icy Wind. I'll slow him down a little bit. Ain't going to do shit. Yeah. Excelgor, though. I think it's cool. But yeah, Acid Spray, that's very cool. That's just making sure the Tapu Lele gets kills. Not that Tapu Lele even needs it a lot of the time. He's a monster. I mean, you can see how I kind of killed my own Kommo-o in that one, but didn't go well. Not go well. And I'm pretty sure we get a Z move coming here, so I kind of just bear down, get ready for the worst of it. And here we go. Another one.
Dracarys.
Oh boy. It's pretty good damage. Yeah. It's funny actually. I played this team quite a bit this week and I got right up about 1700. Now, what I started to notice on my climb through the 1600s, there's a lot of Kommo-o out there right now. I think people are really starting to take this mon seriously, which is good, because honestly, he got some good shit. Exclusive Z move, Drain Punch if you want to run that route, and then Close Combat. Close Combat's so good. It hits so hard. But yeah, as you can see, this is not going well for me. The real trouble I've had with Parish Trap teams is you really, really have to think about your lead in Team Preview. There's a lot of different leads here, a lot of different modes, but if you pick the wrong one and you get pulled up against something like this, there's really no coming back from it. I mean, look at it. I'm not really doing anything. That's in the rain, too. So that was probably a bulkier Lele, but actually, no real coming back. I mean, we'll continue to watch this murder real quick. You guys get the general picture. So, after this game, I decided, alright, I've got to maybe retool things a little bit. So, I have been trying out Togekiss. Now, my Togekiss set, it's disrespectful, if I can be honest with you. It's great. Okay, so Togekiss gets an amazing ability that allows the secondary effects of moves to be increased by quite a bit. I think it's like 30%. So, Air Slash Togekiss, that's a lot of flinches. You give that Togekiss a Rocky Helmet, you're almost guaranteed to flinch. It's almost too good. So, I also like that he gets Follow Me and Tailwind. Tailwind works on this team really well sometimes when you need Kommo-o to be really fast before he sets up. So, yeah, after this game, I was like, alright, I got nothing for Scarf Lele. And I got so many weaknesses on this team already to Lele, I gotta get rid of one of them. It's I am really trying to find another fake out user that has like the chops to kind of take Persian's place, maybe. Scrafty's always an option. I like Hitmontop a lot. All right, so let's see. Let's scroll through some of these teams quick. Let me see my new stuff. All right. I'm trying to think what any really good games we had. Alright. See what happened in this one. I don't remember, so it'll be unique as we talk about how this all goes down. But yeah, this is after adding Togekiss to the team. Togekiss is a great lead alongside. He can goes underneath Earthquakes, does other cool stuff. Alright, so the Mega Gengar is very scary. We gotta assume he's got the Sludge Bomb, right? He's probably got the Sludge Bomb. So, what's the play here? What do we do? Now, he goes for a Fake Out onto the Kommo-o. And he goes for a Taunt. So, I mean, it's not great. My initial plan was to try and get the Z move off. I knew it was getting faked out, though. And then go for a Tailwind. So, Sludge Bomb on a Kommo-o doesn't kill. Does a lot of damage, but it doesn't kill. Well, let's us go for our big bad Z move, and we'll see how much damage that does in a hot minute.
Would someone stop these people from yelling dragon? Thank you.
Again, no special attack investment. That is pretty good damage. Got no problems with that. Alright, now against his lead, it was nice because I could remember, okay, I'm always going to be faster than the Incineroar. So here we go. I'm just keep going for Air Slashes. That's one flinch down. But again, Rocky Helmet, Serene Grace, Togekiss. Nasty. It's disrespectful. Go for the Clanging Scales here. Just want to get a little spread damage on. It's going to do okay damage to Incineroar. Again, nothing to Whimsicott. We're going to go for Air Slash again. And it's one of those things, too. It's like, even if you lived, it's getting flinched. So, again, this was cool. I liked trying out the Togekiss. Again, here's something Togekiss doesn't have a very good matchup against, and that's Zapdos. I like Zapdos a lot. Very, very good Tailwind setter. You can make them so bulky. So he's going to get his Tailwind up here. And I'm going to go right for the Poison Jab. You got to have Poison Jab on Kommo-o. If you plan on trying out a Kommo-o team, please put Poison Jab on that thing. Because right there, that can happen. That is a fantastic little poison. It's going to tick down off that Focus Sash. Honestly, I probably should have doubled into the Whimsicott just in case something like that happened. But I needed to use the turn to set up Tailwind. So thanks to the poison, Whimsicott's going down. Now again, this team is very memey. It's a meme team. And we're kind of relying on RNG and a lot of luck to win some of these games, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, alright? You know, it's a brand new metagame. We gotta try out every crazy wacky trick we got in the book. So I'm really trying to get a lot better at Parish Trap. Again, a lot of things too is I'm testing out what kind of hits I can take. Can't take a Sludge Bomb, tell you that much. Found that one out real quick. We're going for a Sludge Bomb of our own. And yeah, that's a very bulky Gengar we're going against here. Thunderbolt from Zapdos should do pretty good damage. But again, we're pretty bulky. We take that pretty well. I'm going to bring our Gothitelle in now. Now, we can assume we're going to see a Shadow Ball coming. I don't know where, though. It does make the right read there and goes for the Gothitelle, but Gothitelle is a lot of bulk and a berry, so we take that okay. And I went for the Side Shock there, just to finish off that Mega Gengar. Let's see. Let's see how we handle the Zapdos. We've done a lot of the work here. Now, since he just went for Thunderbolt, and I'm assuming that's his best move against me, gotta hit that Disable. Disable Mega Gengar. I like it a lot better than Substitute, just me personally. And then we chip him down with the Side Shock. And now the combination of attacks here should finish this guy off. But we have Helping Hand. Yeah, I run Helping Hand over Trick Room, which I know is kind of crazy, but I don't have a lot of Trick Room mons on this team. So, situations like that, Helping Hand is a guaranteed way to make sure you get that KO. Alright guys, I just wanted to do a nice quick video, but I am going to ask you guys, please, if you found this video because you're planning on making a Parish Trap team, or you're just like putting one together, you're theorying it out, let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys are using, and help me. Find me a mon I'm not thinking about that would fit really well on this team, and then this kind of an archetype of a team in general. Yeah, I've got some other Parish Trap teams videos that I've put up before. I'm actually going to be sticking to that team too. You'll see more of Porygon Z with Mega Gengar on this channel, but this is just a little chill video, just going over some of the battles and me testing this team out. But again, Got any advice for me? Let a brother know. Hit that like and subscribe button down below. I will catch you guys next time.